Beginning resynchronization.
Hello and welcome to Resync, a podcast where friends talk about games. I'm Sam.
My boy. And I'm Chase.
And I'm Kelly.
And today we're going to be talking about some real shit. There's been some rough times going on. We're talking about a little bit of burnout, lack of motivation to game, and what that leads to, which is usually comfort games.
Woo. Oh.
I'm so comfortable right now.
Comfort me games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to lead the pity party. But, obviously, we missed an upload, had some stuff going on. I was sick there for a minute and just feeling awful. And then some other stuff came down the line and just really, really took out that drive to want to play games.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think a lot of gamers out there can relate to this. Once you start looking at your games and you go, nothing about that sounds appealing.
Yeah.
You got to do something. You got to put yourself into something, stay busy, and that leads to, as Sam put, the comfort games.
Yep.
Yeah. There's absolutely nothing worse than staring at all of your go-to games on Steam and then just looking at all of those and just being like, God,
None of this sounds good.
I don't want to play any of these. What do I do?
Yeah.
Going down the list, because you'll get that flash of an image from a game where you're
Yes.
like, oh, I'm gonna go play that, and you look at it and you're like, I have to download maybe in some cases, or I don't want to go through it.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you'll go through the effort of getting it ready and installing it and loading into it, and then you'll just play it for a few minutes and be like, oh, it's not hitting. What's going on?
Yeah.
Or what happens with me a lot of the time is that I download a game and either as soon as it's finished downloading, I'll hover over play and then I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't want to play this and I thought I did. Or I get to the menu and then I can't click continue or new game on the menu. And I'm like, I don't want to do this either.
See, you're talking louder already.
See, that is very much the way that I am. I'll be dead set of okay, this is what's going to get me out of this funk. I'll download it. I'll sit at my computer for 10 minutes just staring at the play button
Dude,
I don't know about that anymore.
that's so real.
1,000-yard stare at the play button on Steam. I'm having a staring contest and I'm losing.
Or I'll be thinking about playing a game all day, and by the time I sit down to do it, I'm like, you know what? I actually just don't want to do anything. And then I end up sitting and looking at my phone, and by the end of the night, I realize that's all I've done, and I get mad at myself, and I get frustrated. And I'm like, dude, I wanted to play, I had a set plan to play a game, but it fell through just because I couldn't start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then something too that is not even necessarily burnout from life things and just feeling stressed and depressed, but obviously that's a big factor. But I've been yapping on and on and on about how I've been loving Marvel Rivals, playing Marvel Rivals. Don't get me wrong, I still love Marvel Rivals. I'm going to continue to play Marvel Rivals. But there are times where I'm playing Marvel Rivals and I'm like, God, what am I doing? And then I'm like, okay, I got to get off this game. And then
You play for another hour.
Then I play for another 4 hours.
And
more
you go,
yeah. And then it's then I close Marvel Rivals and I stare at my computer and then I go through the cycle. I stare at my Steam page. I'm like, I don't want to play any of this. I don't want to play any of these games. Should I reopen Marvel Rivals? The answer is no. You should never reopen Marvel Rivals after you close it.
Never again.
And then that leads you to re-downloading Overwatch.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it doesn't. I think that's a you thing. I've never had any motivation to do that.
I will say Overwatch did briefly make me feel better because it was my number one comfort game Wow, that's sad. It was my number one game that I liked to play for quite a long time. I played a couple of rounds of Overwatch like 2 days ago, and it did make me feel better briefly because I was like, whoa, this game is fucking crazy. This kind of sucks. This game is bad.
And that made you feel better?
Yeah, because it was funny and chaotic, and because I was like remembering all the stupid little things that I liked about it.
Yeah.
I miss Lifeweaver, man. I miss Lifeweaver and Marvel Rivals a lot. When I'm playing Marvel Rivals, I'm like, man, I miss Lifeweaver. And then I played Lifeweaver and I was like, this...
I think I quit Overwatch before that character came out.
No, you played once after he came out, and I know this because you said, I think someone's hacking. And I said,
yeah, 'cause
what?
it was moving me around.
Yeah, you said,
Oh.
I think someone's hacking. I don't know what's going on. Do you know Lifeweaver's? Okay, so one of Lifeweaver's listeners, if you guys don't know who Lifeweaver from Overwatch is, he's a support character, and his abilities comprise of he can put down this like levitating flower platform that when someone steps on it, it rises up into the air. And he also has this ability called Life Grip. And what that does is he will grab you, put like a little protective bubble around you, and then pull you back to him.
And I hate it. And I was like, why the fuck is this guy moving me?
Yeah, Sam literally said, well, and what was funny is that I was playing Lifeweaver when this was happening.
Yeah, I still was just like not into it.
Sam said, I think someone's hacking. I just had something come across my screen and then I moved to where I wasn't. And I was like, that was me. I'm playing a character called Lifeweaver. He does that.
And I was like, don't do that to me.
Said, please don't touch me again without my consent.
Let me
Dude.
die.
As little as I have been playing games lately, I did re-download Stardew because
Hell yeah.
it's had so many updates since I played it. Because I played it on PS4 at like launch.
Oh,
so
wow.
I logged on. They're dehydrators now. You can smoke fish. Like it, a ton of quality updates, and it's funny because I tend to like lean towards games like this because like right now that other unlucky turn of events I was laid off, and so like games like Stardew give me that like, hey, I'm doing a job.
Yeah.
Like I'm completing the task, I'm turning stuff in, and I'm getting a pat on the ass for it too.
And I need that pat real bad.
I need the pat.
I need to know I'm okay. I need to be told I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I back when because I was unemployed after leaving a car company that I worked at for a little while. I was unemployed for like a year and a half, and I remember like there was obviously I was talking to my buddy Cole about like the pit, like
The pit.
and there are definitely times where like I was in the pit and no game would be like satisfying to play, but I was in a point where like I was just playing games to not think about the pit.
Yep.
But there's like before the pit, there's that point where you're still like, I need to feel like I'm doing something. And only like you said with Stardew, like there are games that like give you that where it's like, oh, I'm like doing something, I'm progressing. Like something is positive forward momentum.
Yeah.
But then you're like, okay, I gotta go like clean something or like mow the lawn or like do something.
Yeah.
Like I remember one of the times that I was like feeling that way. Literally, that was like one of the things I did was I would just be like, okay, I'm gonna go mow the lawn because I feel like I need to like do something that makes me feel like I've succeeded today.
Yeah.
I'm sure I probably didn't help with that at all because I've always been very much like, okay, I'm going to do this whole list of things today to clean the house and take care of chores by myself. And so there probably wasn't much for you to always do. And I'm sure that didn't really help that.
I mean, it wasn't something that hindered it either.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I still, there was other stuff that was making me feel like I wasn't doing anything. I think back when I was looking for a job, well, for a long time I wasn't, is the thing. Is when I left my previous job, I had left with the goal to make my tabletop role-playing game, and that was another thing that was destroying me because I just wasn't working on it. And months would go by, and I would be like, I thought about 3 things, and I feel like a pile of shit. But yeah, mowing the lawn was like my go-to, I think.
See, it's funny you bring that up specifically because along with Stardew being a game that I take comfort in, like, hey, I'm checking the boxes, I'm doing tasks
Yeah.
and like progressing. I'm gonna call myself out as a dad right now. Lawnmower Simulator.
Oh yeah.
I have put an ungodly amount of time into that game in the past during downtimes because it's just like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. This yard looks immaculate.
Look at
It's
those
me.
lines.
Yeah. So this is kind of, and I know I brought it up briefly before, this is kind of a weird comfort game. And there are some violent elements, some sad elements. There's a suicide trigger warning at some point in it. But Crime Scene Cleaner? I love Crime Scene Cleaner. I find that game to be very
Oh, that
strangely
doesn't-
comforting.
I don't feel like that's weird. You're cleaning stuff up.
Yeah,
I know,
no.
but I'm cleaning up violent crime scenes.
Yeah. But it's a video game.
relaxing.
It's the same as Power Wash Simulator.
I was gonna say, see,
It's a little different.
No, I mean like it scratches the same itch.
Yeah.
I'll hit you one because one of my comfort games, and I kind of brought it up in passing in one of our prior episodes, but is Killing Floor 2.
Oh, uh-huh.
There's nothing better than hopping into Endless and just entering a flow state where you're not really thinking about anything else. It's literally just, okay, this is Ed's in front of me, pop its head. This is Ed's in front of me, pop its head. Turn this corner. Oh, there's something there. Turn this corner. Nope, go the other way. Like just brain off, triggers hit kind of like mentality.
Yeah, I mean, comfort games don't necessarily have to be cozy.
True. That's
Comfort
true.
games are just what you go to when you feel like
You need a warm hug.
you need to fill a void.
Yeah.
And I mean, in December, I was having a hard time motivating myself to play games. And, I always feel the call to an MMO. I'm like, I want an MMO that I want to play. And that's what brought me back to WoW. I've been playing the Burning Crusade anniversary servers. Me and Chase had recently, in the first episode, the first episode of this season at least, talked about playing retail again. And since then, I have gone through my week of playing a lot of retail and immediately getting tired of it. And I switched over to a classic server. But yeah, it's that same thing of like brain off. Just like, okay, I have this list of things I know I need to do and I can progress. There's like literally an XP bar at the bottom of the screen and I can just watch a number go up. And it's satisfying, man.
Dude, well, because yeah, I've played that with you recently, and we were just this past weekend getting down together on some Burning Crusade, repping the Taurens.
Oh, yeah.
And there's something about WoW that is, it is comforting.
Yeah.
It's almost like a nostalgia portal because, I mean, especially if you're not playing retail, I mean, it looks like you'd imagine an older game to still look, and it plays fun for an MMO, which I think also goes to like the staying power of WoW. Like retail does 100% have its issues.
Oh yeah, I could list a whole a whole load of things wrong, or in my opinion, wrong with retail that just make it not my MMO. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but there clearly is something special about it because obviously, like me and you rotate back to it still.
yeah,
And look at how many MMOs have come and tried to be the
Oh,
WoW
dude.
killer, and they die before the year is out.
Well, and even just, did you hear the Ashes of Creation news?
I did, and I've also been seeing some interesting stuff about that.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, Ashes of Creation was a MMO that was crowdfunded to start, and then it was kind of in development. Not development hell. It's just a very long development.
I'm saying more like purgatory.
Yeah, more
It's
like
there.
purgatory. And basically, they recently had a early access come out on Steam, and then very, very shortly after that, with a horrible response, the company imploded, and Ashes is dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to tack on for anybody listening, if you are one of these people that is affected by the closing down of
Oh, yeah.
Ashes, if you want a refund, Steam is doing refunds, but contact support and speak to a person. Don't do the automated refund system. That is flagged and it'll just be automated. Talk to somebody. People are getting refunds with
Yeah.
over 2 weeks and over 8 hours.
Oh, that's
Well,
great.
and some of the things about the way that this happened have lined up to look very scummy.
Yeah. See, I was hoping you would talk about this in some detail because I've read some stuff, but I don't know enough to feel confident speaking about it.
I know the broad strokes.
I don't know shit about any of this.
So Ashes of Creation was comparable, at least in terms of development cycle and like how they kept in contact with their community, comparable to how Star Citizen kind of like uploads a bunch of updates and like, well, at least recently Ashes has had like this open early access, but Ashes of Creation from the start had Stephen Sharif as like the head honcho, right? I'm gonna get a lot of this wrong, so whatever, I guess. But basically, what happened was people started noticing through like LinkedIn that people who had positions working on Ashes of Creation were changing their profiles, and then posts. I don't remember what like platform the post came out on, but there was one of the like the community. It was like the woman that was in charge of like community engagement or like correspondence, I don't remember what, but like she made a post about like, hey, like we tried our best and like everything we've done in the service of like the players and like the team is really good and like yada yada. And then Stephen Sharif made a post that was like, the board has started making decisions that I couldn't agree with ethically. So basically this is what he said. People are starting to question this, but like he said that the board, which nobody thought there was a board, we thought Stephen Sharif was the board, but I guess they went and got some venture capital, and the people who gave them that money started trying to push certain agendas that he didn't agree with, so he resigned. And then basically a lot of other people resigned after he did. And then moments after I read that, I read a thing where whoever is in charge now started putting out WARN Act, which is WARN Acts are when a company is planning on laying off between 50 and 200 employees at one time.
Oh my God.
They fired everyone.
Oh.
They're liquidating the entire company.
Wow.
So every single employee is done.
That's fucking awful. Jesus.
And the timing of it is crazy because I think partially what they were trying to do was release it on Steam, get a little bit of money, and then fulfill whatever obligation they had, because there was a thing in the Kickstarter as well that was like, hey, if this game doesn't release, everyone will get refunds.
So they got it to release.
So they got it to a release. Like, I don't know. Legally, I think it might work in terms of like early access still counts as a release. But yeah, the timing of that and then how it kind of immediately nosedived and then imploded. People are pretty sure like there was some planning there.
Yeah, that's giving evil.
Yeah, and I mean like, yeah, people are starting to question like motivations and statements, and there's a whole legality section of it too, so I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Like, these are all
alleged
things. I'm just reading hearsay online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it sucks because this really like makes me think about the other alleged issues with another company, Subnautica 2.
Oh, dude, yeah.
With their whole like, oh, once we like, if we can release it within this date, everybody gets like a huge bonus.
And then they got rid of the people
everybody's
who made
getting
the game.
fired.
Yeah. The team that actually created Subnautica was cut out of their own pie. And yeah, that was the whole thing that happened like mid last year.
Listeners,
I don't
because
even know if it was that long. Maybe like
Maybe
6
late last year?
months ago-ish.
Listeners, because I know you can't see any of us right now, I am making crazy faces as I listen to all of this information.
Yeah, I mean it's a testament, in my opinion, to Team Cherry doing everything right.
Oh, yeah.
Of
well, and
like-
granted, those are very different games.
no, 100%, 100%.
I'm not defending Intrepid by any means. I'm just saying an MMO development is very different than a indie 3-person studio development.
I'm also just like speaking on Subnautica's situation,
yeah.
where like this is like, stay away from these big companies.
Yeah.
They don't care about you. They don't care about your art, your game. They just want the money that will come with
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
So
Corporate
why
meddling always ruins shit.
Yeah.
You guys want to know what game, and if it were still alive, this would 100% be my WoW. I miss Pirates of the Caribbean Online so fucking bad.
I do remember seeing stuff about that when I was a kid. I never got to check it out.
It was my favorite game ever. Pirates of the Caribbean Online was my first ever MMO. And I actually didn't even realize until Sam and I started dating and he explained to me like what an MMO was. He was like, yeah, like this is an MMO. And I was like, oh, is Pirates of the Caribbean Online an MMO? And he's like, yeah. I loved Pirates of the Caribbean Online. I miss it desperately. They do have a version of it that's technically still alive, but it's like, it's alive, but it's dead because no one ever plays it.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking sad because I remember like flashback like 2008 or 2009, dude. You just got out of school, you get home, you log on to Pirates of the Caribbean Online. Captain Barbossa is telling you that he is gonna fucking get Port Royale. You don't know where Captain Jack Sparrow is. You're trying to protect Keira Knightley. And then suddenly there's an invasion of undead pirates on Port Royale. You're running around, you're resurrecting people you don't know because you're like,
how are you rezzing people as a pirate?
You give them health potions.
Oh,
You bandage them and you
just
help them
dropping
get
beer
up.
in their face.
How does
Said,
it
"Wake
work?"
up!"
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing health potions in those movies, but
Yeah, well, you know, and you're like, oh my god, you gotta, come on, soldier! The next wave of undead pirates is, we gotta do something! It's like, that game was straight fire. I loved that game.
that time frame I was already playing WoW.
I was probably 2. But that also makes me think of, and this one, I don't know if you'll have heard of this, Sam, because you are an MMO guy. This one really broke my heart because it, like, I think it's still alive, probably in much the same way as Pirates. Secret World.
I've never heard of that.
I was so pumped when it first came out. It's an MMO. It takes place in, at the time, modern time, but it was more like Cthulhu mythos. Like you were finding zombies and like trying to figure out like, oh, why is this town getting infected with zombies? There were these like, I remember from like one of the first trailers, it's showing like a dark snowy park with the like little merry-go-round or the little carousels that people push, still like slowly blowing in a breeze. And all of a sudden there's this giant bird-headed monster in like a cloak perched on it and like goes to attack somebody. And it's like had a very, very cool aesthetic, at least in my opinion, of like what you would fight.
Yeah.
But I played that on my like old family computer and it took me like 5 days just to install it.
Holy shit.
So if that tells you something about my internet, I didn't really get to actually play it.
Yeah.
And then by the time that I had a machine that could handle it, they had like kind of
Died.
sunset it.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's under a new name. It's like Secret World's Legacy or something now. But every time I see it, I go, God, what could have been?
Yeah, so it's exactly what you said. It's like Secret World's Legacy. That's part of the reason that the Pirates of the Caribbean Online servers are dead is because the original was legitimately like discontinued. So it's technically, I don't think they call it this anymore. But when the servers were like Club Penguined, yeah, literally, they shut it down. And then it was like maybe a year or two later, it was Pirates of the Caribbean Online rewritten. Because which is so cool that it's still working at all. It's a fan-made recreation of the game.
See, well, and the
it's
fact that they've allowed it to
Yes.
continue.
And no one's on ever. Show Chase that picture too. Listeners,
Yeah.
I'm showing pictures of the Pirates of the Caribbean Online game, and it looks so early 2000s clunky. It looks so disgusting, but it holds such a fond place of my heart in terms of nostalgia.
I don't even know what you mean by that looks clunky.
This looks great.
Yeah, it literally looks as, this is going to sound dumb, but like, because I do remember seeing stuff for it on TV. Looks just as good now as it did then. Like whenever I was a
yeah.
kid seeing it going like, oh.
Yeah.
That looks fucking sick.
I feel like graphical fidelity is not something I even look for anymore. Like it a little bit, like I used to be way into like, yeah, it looks old. I'm not going to play that. But now I'm like, I mean, if the gameplay is fun, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, so looking at this, so I'm not going to get super into this because I don't want to bore listeners who
Can't see what we're looking at.
Yeah, who first and foremost can't see what we're looking at, and second of all, probably don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, they could.
But looking at this picture of one of the pirate characters fighting one of the cadets, there's a little icon on the screen in front of the pirate that says slash, and then there's a little dash and it says mistimed. That's an aspect of this game that I completely forgot how much I liked, is that when you are fighting, and I think that's one of the things that I can't, like, I feel kind of bored with WoW sometimes in combat because
Was it
it's
action combat?
It was action combat.
Well,
you have to
slightly. It sounds like it was tab targeted with timing.
It was, yes. You had
Okay.
to time, like, you're doing a sword or a gun, and I can, like, this tells you how much I played this game as a kid. I can hear the timing of the sword slashes in my head as I am describing this, where you have to, like, time your sword by clicking your mouse. And I liked that a lot because I'm very musically inclined as a person and always have been. So, like, rhythm is ingrained in me.
Yeah.
So, like, 8-year-old me fighting a pirate being like, okay, slash time. And it was like slash, uppercut, perfect. And I was like, whoa!
You should play Expedition 33.
I really should play Expedition.
You should play
33.
Expedition, and it's funny because this is actually playing Stardew. I had to hook up my PlayStation, which got me like, oh, I had a bunch of other games still packed away somewhere for this. Falls under the like, oh, it's violent, but another weirdly enough comfort series, I'll say. The Souls-like games are a
yeah.
huge comfort to me, and what you would probably enjoy, because I would argue this point, and I saw people arguing it when it was like big. Sekiro plays more like a rhythm game.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. And I didn't get into that game, but it is timing based.
I'm gonna say it is in everything. Like audio cues for hitting parries, everything is just
I want that.
on it.
Guys, can we play Pirates of the Caribbean online together? Please. I played WoW with you. You have to say yes.
If you keep playing WoW with me, yes.
I've already played WoW
No.
with you for several hours.
No, I know, but, like-
So now it's your turn.
It doesn't have to be a binary switch between.
I know, but I want people to play Pirates of the Caribbean online.
I would
with.
try it for
Okay.
sure.
When I was looking up a picture of it, one of the top things that I saw.
Is it still
Yeah,
on?
I have it downloaded on my computer right now. Something I saw when I was looking up a picture of it online is a Reddit post of someone being like, from 2 years ago, like, hey, does anyone play this still? My friends and I got on last night and everything was dead. And all the comments were like, this is alive still?
What do you mean?
Well, it's
This
not.
game still
It's-
works?
It's probably pretty dead, but
Yeah, but
But
Yeah, I
the
would
corpse
try
is
it.
still dancing.
I would try it.
the corpse
for sure.
is still dancing.
With you talking about that, I'm surprised that maybe it's just that both of the times we've played WoW, it's been pretty early game, but there are some timing elements with WoW, like learning your rotation and like figuring out how to best use your abilities. There is some rhythm to it,
Absolutely.
like cooldowns and stuff like that. But I was gonna bring it back, so if you have something else to say,
I do. I was going to say, I've been thinking about it, and I think one of the things with WoW that I'm having a hard time with as well, because I've tried multiple times, and I'm still trying to get into WoW, because that's one of your comfort games, and I want to be able to play one of your comfort games with you and enjoy it with you. I think one of the things that I'm having such a hard time with WoW, and this is a hot take because I know it's one of the trademark things of WoW Classic, is that, like, you have to read the quests. It does not tell you where to go after that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I cannot focus long enough. I need a quest marker on the map to help me know where the fuck to go. It pisses me
That's
off when
fair.
I don't know where to go.
we can get you an add-on that will help you with that.
Really?
Yeah, there's something called Questy, which will really help.
I need that. And also, it stresses me the fuck out that you can just endlessly have quests and then you have to choose which quests you want to track. I don't know why that makes me feel anxious
You can't have
stressed
endless
out.
quests. There's 25 in the quest log.
That's so many.
That's
Well, it's-
basically infinite.
It's relevant to like where you are, which ones you want to go for.
I
but
know. I can't look at my Skyrim quest journal when I play Skyrim. I get fucking stressed out.
Huh, that's strange because you like lists.
I don't know. There's some weird psychology thing behind there because I do really like lists, but then like when it's just like this endless outstanding list of things that I need to do, I'm like, oh my God.
Well,
and I
maybe
get really overwhelmed.
That's actually really good intel for me in trying to find a way for you to enjoy WoW.
Yeah.
We'll just stop picking up every quest.
Yes, please, because every time you say that when we're running around in Eversong, you're like, grab that quest, grab that quest, grab that quest. And I'm like, no.
That's fair because I only do that because like once I finish a quest, I'm just like, all right, what's next? And I don't want to have to like go find the pickup.
I want to find the pickup. I need there to be like 3 quests that I'm completing at a time, and then my quest log is briefly empty, if possible, so I have that sense
Yeah,
of like,
we can do
I
it that
did
way.
everything, and then I go get more.
We can do it that way for sure. That's
Okay.
good intel.
Well, I was going to say, and I can relate. I don't necessarily feel the same way about it, but I totally understand it. The lack of a quest marker. Because, like, that's something when we had talked about Oblivion, I was so excited to have quests that didn't exactly pinpoint, like,
Yeah.
stand here, go here. But, like, when we were just on WoW the other night, where it
Yeah.
was, I forget what it was, but 1 or 2 of the quests we picked up, I, like, couldn't track because it was just go to this location.
Yeah.
And then they're like immediately I was like, oh, I have to go read this.
I have to figure out something. And that's like bringing it back to kind of what led me back into like getting on WoW again. And it's funny because there was a little moment where I was like, oh, the Ashes of Creation early access came out on Steam. Do I want to try this game that's most definitely like not polished, not going to feel very rewarding, not going to feel like I'm actually progressing, unfinished? Or do I want to go play WoW, where I know like I have a nostalgia aspect for WoW, but I also know that WoW is like a game that is done. Like this game exists. It's very polished for what it is. And it's like, I know back when I was trying to decide what to do, I was like, with WoW, even if I burn out really quickly, at least I know I'm going to enjoy it for a week or 2.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm glad that I didn't end up getting the early access for Ashes because I've been having a lot of fun with WoW and Ashes just imploded. So
I will hesitantly say that I've also been having fun with WoW because one of the main things, and this is really a testament to Sam, how well you know me, because when I first played WoW, I picked Rogue and did not vibe with that at all. Because a lot of Rogue is like positioning and like, hey, you have this specific backstab move, you have to be behind the target, and the target was like very centered on me and kept like turning to follow me when I was trying to backstab it, and that would piss me off, which makes sense. But like also I was getting annoyed. And so this time I went for Priest because Sam was like, I think you would enjoy Priest because I know that you really like to heal people in Marvel Rivals. I think you would be an excellent healer in WoW. Or I
Yeah.
think you should do Hunter because in D&D and otherwise you always love a bow lady. And that's true. I do love a bow lady. And one thing that has been giving me great joy in WoW this time is when I can buff people.
yeah.
Yep.
And so then I was making Sam laugh pretty hard actually because
Oh, yeah.
every
This is
time
really fun.
every time someone would what am I doing? Word of Fortitude? Is that what it is?
Power word fortitude.
Yeah, power word Fortitude. Every time I see someone running on the road, it's like the same instinctive response as me going, illegal, illegal. I see someone on the road and I go, who dat? And then I power word Fortitude them.
Yeah.
And then we enter this extremely populated place where there are like 17 people, all of which who in my mind, I'm like, all of these people need power word Fortitude. Then I'm like, oh my God, don't run away. I have to power word Fortitude. You're moving really fast.
Yeah, it's also really funny because I remember the moment that I was like, all right, I think she's starting to feel it. She's starting to feel it a little bit because I was like, we should get you a profession because I think you would enjoy a profession because it's a built-in like, hey, I can do this while I'm doing everything else. So she got herbalism and alchemy, and I noticed pretty quickly. This was similarly with like giving people buffs. You would like run off and go give people buffs while we were doing stuff, and I was like, hey, where'd you go? And you're like, oh, there's a person over here.
They don't have power word Fortitude. I'll be right back.
And then the same thing was happening with whenever you would see a plant, you would run off, beeline towards the plant, and I was like,
Well, yeah, because Sam would be trying to
She's
take
been
me.
got.
Sam would be trying to take me to a quest. He's like, babe, you're going the wrong way. I'm like, there's a flower.
yeah. One of the things back to what you were talking about with the quests is like in retail, you actually might like retail, but because retail is this is my main topic for the day. Is my comfort game right now is WoW. And I'll say in both iterations of what I've been playing, retail and classic, but the issues that I have with retail are that all the edges are sanded off.
Everything's kind of handed to you.
Everything is as agreeable as possible. Like, it's built into the game that, like, every quest is tracked on the map. Like, you don't have to read it. You don't have to think. You open your map. You're like, I'm running in this direction until I get here, and then I'm going to do the quest. But at that point, you're not really playing a game. You're just following a marker.
Yeah.
I think there's a really important balance to keep with, like, certain elements of friction need to exist for there to be any sense of, like, rewarding payoff. Because, you know, I played retail for like 2 weeks, and by the end of that 2 weeks, I was like, well, there's no challenge. I didn't die that whole time. I didn't think about what I needed to do that whole time. I didn't get excited about any gear I picked up that whole time. I didn't know what was going on in the story because I don't have to read quests. And in retail, you have flying mounts, which zoom you around the map at Mach 5. So you're not seeing the world either. But then you go back to Classic, and it's like, there is an element, like you're saying, like, maybe that's too slow. Maybe there's too much. You go back to Classic, and it's like, you're forced to slow down and experience the world around you in Classic. And I think that it lends itself to you just, like, feeling way more attached. And, like, there is a challenge to it. You know, when I was playing retail, I was, like, pulling entire areas of mobs, and I was not having any issue taking out all of them. Then when I jumped into Classic, I was like, oh, shit, I just pulled a third mob on accident. I might die. And then I had to, like, figure out how to get out of that situation. And, like, there's that element of, like, a challenge, and that element of, like, there being risk at all, because one of the major things with retail that kills it for me is that there's level scaling. So every area you go to, all the stuff's going to be scaled to you.
Yeah, that sucks.
You can't accidentally go too deep into the water and, like, be like, oh shit, I just pulled, like, I'm only level 7, I pulled a level 10, this might fucking kill me. I don't know, I like that. Like, there should be danger, there should be challenge, there should be reward. Every time I get an item, we were playing, and Chase and I were playing, and I got, like, a green item, and I was like, whoa! I was like, sick! And so, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, because you're forced to slow down, you're forced to, like, interface with the world, and also right now, TBC is, like, super, super popping off. The servers are exploding with people.
They are, and that's really fun.
So, like, you're forced to be, you're in the world. You feel it more.
Yeah.
With retail, yes, there are a lot of people who still play, but, like, you're not forced to interact with anybody ever.
No. Well, and I want to piggyback on, like, the stuff that, like, you were saying you were getting done on retail in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is me and you, like, obviously we don't have the exact same, and, like, a couple weeks ago, didn't have the exact same, like, amount of free time to spend on games, but you were already, what, max level pretty much?
I got
almost
to
in
max
retail?
level in 3 sessions of playing.
Holy
And
shit.
that is not how any MMO should work.
No.
And I remember I spent months grinding from level 1 to get all the way through Mists of Pandaria back in the day, and that was fun. That's what kept me coming back of, like, oh man, I wonder how many levels I'm going to get today.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, what new powers I'm going to get from my class, or, like,
The pacing
not
of it's
just-
important.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if I sit down and 3 sessions into retail, I'm at max level and don't feel anything about that. Like,
That's ridiculous.
So
max
I
level should
want a
be
refund.
Max level should be, like, something you feel proud about getting to, because it's like there's effort involved. And, like, big contrast, like, going back to Classic, I've been playing a lot of Classic. And I will say I make a lot of characters. I have 4 characters right now. I have 1 with Kelly, I have 1 with Chase, and then I have 2 that I'm running. But I've mainly been playing my Troll Mage, and I'm only level 23. And it's been, like, a lot of time.
Yeah, well, and, like, just using when me and you popped on Classic for the first time.
Yeah.
I think on retail, in the first, like, 2 hours of us playing, we were already at 20. Or
Oh, yeah.
maybe further. In the, like, 2.5 hours we played on Friday night of Classic, we hit level 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I'm happier to be a level 7.
Yeah. Well, and with that pacing, you learn your class as you go. With retail, it's like you're inundated with all these abilities as you level up, like at the speed of light. And it's the same problem with character boosts. I remember back when another of my friends, Jeff, tried to play WoW, he got a character boost so he could play with the people who already had characters. And that killed the game for him because it was like, oh, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, character boosts, like, I don't like that they exist in general, but like for the people who play the game a lot, I guess I can see how they could be useful. Like,
Can you
character
explain?
boosts are when you spend money, real dollars, to level your character up. But, you know, if you're doing that, and a lot of the time, this is how it would kind of trip people up. A lot of the time when you bought a new expansion, it would come with a free boost. And so, like, somebody coming into the game for the first time should never boost a character. I think boost should be for people who already know what they're doing. Because if you boost a character, and this happened to me, I think in Mists, this happened to me because I made a character and like, no, actually, you know what? It was Warlords that I boosted, but Warlords was trash. So that's a different conversation. But I didn't know how to play my class at all because I skipped the learning process. And so for somebody new coming into the game, a boost is like a death sentence, in my opinion, because you're
Sure.
like, you get so overwhelmed. You don't know how to play your character. You don't know what the rotation for your abilities is. And you can't really effectively do anything.
You immediately lose any opportunity for learning.
Yeah. And because I think we had talked about this. At Mists or Warlords, either one, I had boosted a character, and that's where I ended up with Sarah Paladin or Paladin.
Yeah.
Because I, just like you said, a new player shouldn't do that. And I wasn't a new player. I had gotten one character to max at that point and had played at least like 2 or 3 others up to around 60. So like vanilla max level.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, you know what? Because I played a lot of PvP. I did arenas and was like, oh, you know what? Like, we need like another like option for like better team comp. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like, what do you guys think like would work for this? And like, oh, do a paladin. I did a paladin, and
Didn't know what the hell you were doing.
yeah, I mean, like there would be people trying to be like, oh, well, like these are the abilities you should use. This is how I play them, and it's like, that's fantastic.
But that doesn't mean shit to me.
I'm gonna say, but I didn't learn any of the reasons why you play it like that, why this ability comes before
Yeah.
this one, or vice versa, and I barely played that character because I definitely wasn't doing any like questing on them because I didn't even know how to do PvP. You think I'm going out and just throwing myself to the wolves?
Yeah. I resonate with that so much because literally, I think the character that I boosted was a shaman, and the character that I made with you, Chase, was a shaman in Classic. And when I tried to play my boosted shaman, I was like so confused. Like, I didn't understand any of what I was supposed to do. I knew, like, you know, I don't even remember what spec I was. That's how little I played this character. But it was literally just like, I thought I didn't like the class because of boosting it and not being able to figure it out. But now we're playing and I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I mean, we're only at level 7, but
we're learning.
And we're having fun.
Exactly.
Well, and I want to go back super quick to what you said about the pacing of Classic and like in terms of why I might not like it for the quests. It's not even that I really like the pacing of Classic. I do a lot. The issue with me wanting the quest markers kind of handed to me is because my thing is I will still read the quests.
Yeah.
I just want to know where to go because my issue is not that I want it handed to me, and Sam can confirm this. My issue is that I am extraordinarily directionally challenged.
That's fair.
I'm gonna say, well, it also doesn't help that like you're new to it. So like me and Sam
Yeah.
can be like, oh, they want us to go to Thunder Bluff. Oh, I know where that's. I
Yeah,
know a
I know.
general idea.
I'm like, I was a serial alt player. I would make a bunch of different characters, and so I know most starting areas from levels 1 to 20 like the back of my hand. Everything after level 20 is still pretty unknown to me because I didn't follow through with a lot of characters when I was playing as a kid. But levels 1 to 20, I am very familiar with most starting areas. I think the least familiar is Mulgore, which is the Tauren starting area. But yeah, I understand that. And like I said, we can get you an add-on called Questy that will help with that a lot.
Yes, please.
And there's also an add-on. I was actually using this add-on a while ago when I was just playing like classic Season of Discovery whenever that came out. There's Questy, which is good, and then there's an add-on. I don't remember what it's called, but it voices all of the quests.
Ooh.
It's like it's AI, but
Oh.
it like gives it just has like a character read off the information to you instead of you having to read it all, which doesn't really sound like it would matter to you actually.
No,
So
I
never
would
mind.
like that. What do you
Oh,
mean?
yeah? Oh, I don't know. Because you said you don't mind reading them.
Well, I don't mind reading them, but I would rather feel like I'm having an interactive conversation with an NPC.
Yeah, and that's why I tried it out during Classic Season of Discovery, and it was
Yeah.
cool. I'm not sure. I haven't fucked with add-ons at all during this bout of WoW.
See, the only add-on I can think of, and again, because I was a arena boy, was I want to make sure I get the name right for any listeners who might have used it. Either Gladiolus or Gladiosa, and it was like an AI call out. So like,
Oh,
if the enemy team started to cast like a silence, it would say like silence, like
yeah.
hey, like heads up, incoming, and you'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, I want to get into PvP because I didn't do any PvP. I mean, there was world PvP that I took part in growing up and like, between Classic and Wrath of the Lich King.
Mm-hmm.
But I never tried. I played a few Battlegrounds with my brother, but I never really tried like to really get into the PvP. And I think I want to this time around. And I think Kelly, you might enjoy that.
I was about to say, I think I would probably be pretty good at the PvP aspect of it.
Just saying, we could do 3.
That would
Yeah.
be fun. I would like that. Because when we were in an area where I didn't mean to go, when Sam and I were playing WoW, there was one person who had pulled like 4 mobs, and she should not have fucking survived. But I was just like, it was just like this random person who was playing, and I was like, lesser healing, shield, lesser healing. And then she killed all 4 of the mobs. And then Sam at the end of that was like, hey, babe, you should heal yourself. You're extremely
you
low
almost
on
died.
health.
You almost died trying to save her.
I was like,
funny, though.
hold on, I'm saving someone.
I was
See,
gonna say
but
that's the healer's curse. Too.
Those are the hooks. Those are the hooks that I think will actually work for you. Is like group play and WoW is chef's kiss. It's so fun to like get a little group going, and like if we had like a healer, a DPS, and like someone who was a little tankier, we would steamroll every PvE thing in the game.
I would be a very good healer.
And then
you're
PvP
correct.
would be super fun because PvP, I think the reason I never got into it is because I was always lower level than my brother. Mm-hmm. And so like he would play PvP with me on like an alt that he was leveling. But he would pretty quickly out level my alt with his alt, or my main character with his alt. And then I would be left like doing PvP on my own. And when you're doing PvP on your own in WoW, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have a squad, you're kind of like shit out of luck in most cases, unless you're a rogue or something. But yeah, I've been enjoying WoW. I'm still going to play. This is the most WoW has ever clicked for me, actually, even though I've grown up playing it. So I'm not following any metas. I know what the metas are in TBC, but I'm playing a fire mage right now, which is like the worst spec for mage, but I'm having fun.
You're playing for fun. I think that's honestly what's the most important, because like
metas ruin it.
Metas do ruin it. That's exactly what I was about to say, is that I think it's so easy to get caught up in the meta of things, but it's so important to just kind of look at the meta and be like, okay, yeah, for sure, I see that, and then play for fun.
But, No, for sure. And playing for fun is like the only point for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's me. That's my comfort game. WoW has been I've been holding it down on WoW recently.
You have. And I've been loving it because it gives me the excuse where I get to kind of play what games I've been really wanting to play.
Yeah, you have full license to just go and
be
like,
oh, exactly.
Are you good over there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just playing WoW.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's a really fun part of our relationship, is finding the balance between like, okay, like how are you feeling? Like should we spend time together tonight? Like, are you feeling like you want to play WoW? What's going on?
Yeah.
But then it's like a lot of times he comes home from work and I'm like, hey, what do you want to do tonight? And he goes, I'm gonna play WoW. Do you care if I play WoW? I'm like, no, I wanted to play Marvel Rivals.
I said, please do.
Yeah. It's a good synergy.
It is a good synergy. Chase, I want to go back to you because you've been talking about you were talking about Stardew earlier, and I have been dying to talk about Stardew with you because first and foremost, Sam and I just went to the Stardew Symphony of Seasons last night.
Yeah.
Yes. How was that?
It was awesome.
So fun.
Yeah, it was very good.
It was so cute. There was a little poll that they put on the screen where it was like, okay, pick your favorite characters. And at the very end, the conductor actually was like, okay, Peoria, so this is my favorite part of the whole show. Here are the top 3 characters that you all voted for your favorite character in Stardew Valley. And it was like, number 3, Sebastian. And I was like, ugh. I know that's a hot take. I don't care. I do not like Sebastian.
Sebastian's the Fabio one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, neither do I.
And then number 2 was Linus. And I was like, okay, I'll clap
can
for
see
Linus.
that.
And then number 1, he was like, Krobus. And the whole theater went,
And it's funny because when she was taking the poll, she was like, you should take it too. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. And then, but I said, if I did take it, I would vote for Krobus.
and then he was like, I didn't even have to vote.
Yeah.
Said my boy wins anyway.
Yeah. So Chase, I've been dying to know because you said like last time you really played was upon release and they've had lots of updates since. I want to know, like, was it like playing an entirely new game for you?
So not entirely, because like in my first play, I had made it to year 3.
I see you met Grandpa.
Grandpapa.
Grandpapa.
They made Grandpa nicer because he used to be mean.
I probably only know the mean one.
Probably only know mean Grandpa.
Realistic mean grandpa.
I was gonna say, bring it back. But what has like thrown me off in like a good way is like back when I played, really what you could do like the wine cellar eventually. You can do like the preserves, jams, pickles, and like, mayonnaise. You couldn't dehydrate fruit. You couldn't
Smoked
cook fish.
Yeah.
Like, so it's those things are really cool because when I first played it, I always gravitate to fishing in any game that allows it. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to get really into fishing in this. I got the crab pots, and then that's, at least back then, as far as like what I remember, that was really like the only big thing you got from fishing. There were like no other like, oh, you can do this, or like, oh, this. So like having fishing now be more profitable
Yes.
than just, oh, I spent all day catching like 30 fish if I had the energy, and maybe made like 500 gold if you like got good fish.
Yeah.
So that's really got me hype. I'm not going to lie. I'm doing everything I can right now to work ahead and make sure I'm getting like all my materials I know I'm going to need for these things.
Yeah.
Even though I am still money-wise very far off from getting them.
They're expensive as fuck.
Yeah, I forgot.
20,000? Is it
I
20,000
think
or
it's like-
200,000?
I don't remember. I think at least the dehydrators, I think it's only like 10. But then coupling that with, again, I'm in my first year still.
Yikes.
And it's like 5,000 for your first chicken coop, plus like 200 wood and 100 stone. And like, I'm just trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
You're like, Jesus, I'm just trying to pay the bills.
Say, Grandpa, why did you give me this property?
Literally, yeah.
Oh, that is what I want to bring up. The very first time that I played, I did the like classic farm setup. I don't remember. I think you had said you started a new farm tile and didn't like it last time we had talked about it, but I started the river farm this
I
time.
love River Farm.
It's so good. It's so good. You still have so much farmable space.
Oh, yeah.
Is
And
River Farm the one we made one on?
No, we did Foursquare. We did the
the
four
corners
the
that
four
each
corners,
have
yep.
their own like.
Yeah, because we had our own. We both took 2 sides.
Yeah,
of
you
that.
have the right half, I have the left half.
Okay.
I
See,
love
I
the
was
river
curious
farm.
how that one worked.
It's fun. The River Farm was my first farm. So River Farm always holds a very special place in my heart.
Because again, these were all things that were in it when
Mm-hmm.
I first played, but I was dedicated to my save, so I wasn't going to play around and check them out. But it's
Yeah.
like, man, it's cool just like the way that like your own little, I mean, it sounds silly because it's your farm, but the way that your farm can get so different
Oh, yeah.
from just the basic, you have farmland.
I haven't played that much. I think I made one on the Riverlands or not the Riverlands, the River Farm. But it does change up like the whole feel of it,
Oh yeah.
shifting like where everything is. Me and Kelly, when we play that game together, we have specific like roles we fall into. I am the animal guy. I do all of the animal raising, which means I have constant cash flow.
God.
Whereas Kelly is doing starfruit wine, and that takes a year almost.
Yeah, so Sam has constant cash flow, and I'm broke as fuck for 4 months, and then I get 200,000 for starfruit wine.
Yeah. Yeah, I do mayonnaise, cheese, and beer.
Oh yeah.
And preserves.
Well, and it works out because something that I've always said is that I do really like the animals in Stardew Valley, but my issue with them is if I get too many animals, it's like I get stressed because there's
That's
so
fair.
much, like you have to pet all of your animals, you have to get all the stuff. And so I was like, oh, Sam wants to do the animals? That's fine with me. I'll just plant my little freaking crops and make an orchard.
Yeah, Kelly will be like, oh, we got to go do this event today. And I'm like, I have my morning routine. You got to wait. I got to go
hold on.
pet every chicken,
Yeah.
pet every cow, pet every pig, pet every sheep.
It's like I have to pet my 3 dozen animals. I don't have time to go fucking dance at this flower festival. What are you talking
No,
about?
I always finish it before like
I know.
before like 10, which is usually when events start, isn't it?
It's 9.
9.
See, and that's funny to me because obviously at year 3 in my original save years ago, I maxed out all of the categories and taken the different like options for it. So this time I'm doing the opposite of what I did. So I just hit the like farming level up and I had to pick between crops or animals being more profitable. I did animals last time, so I had to go in on the fruits and veggies this time.
Yeah.
I love making my farm. Have I ever showed you screenshots of my farms?
I don't think so.
Okay, hold on. While we yap, I'm going to pull those up.
See, I'm not a good designer in terms of stuff like that.
I'm very good.
Yeah, for listeners, Kelly just showed a picture of her farm and it's crazy.
Excuse me, I showed 3 different pictures of my 3 different farms, all fully decorated and outfitted with animals and crops, and Chase made a shocked face unlike anything I've ever seen from him before.
No, it's like because again, I've said I love games like this.
Yeah.
I am such a utilitarian mindset in these games of like my initial like rows of crops. Like I'll make them look nice so that I can have like the scarecrows to scare birds off, but there is no decoration going on. I am strictly, if I am not like watering my plants or pulling plants, I'm mining. If I'm not mining, I'm taking care of the animals. Like
That's why I gravitate to my like little routine. Because Kelly will make stuff look good, and then I will just like match whatever she's doing. Like she was making paths, and I was like, okay, I'll do that too.
Yeah.
And like then she would go around and put lights down and stuff. Yeah, I hate fences.
Yeah.
I hate fences because they go bad at certain points, and I'm like, why do they go bad?
they go bad.
Well, that's why you make the higher quality ones so they don't go bad as often.
Yeah,
They'll rot.
I'll just not make fences.
Even if you use like metal.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, no, I'll continue to never fence anything in.
That's my boy.
Well, and that's why you should just get married, because your spouse will also help upkeep the fences. And like literally one of the dialogue lines in the mornings will be like, "Good morning, my love. I went out and repaired some of the fences today."
Yeah.
And like, "Oh, thank you, baby."
And that's you.
See, I didn't know that was a thing.
Because I'm not getting married in our game. Well,
I was about to say, you better.
Our characters will, but it's not going to be an NPC. But
I'm telling you, we should both marry villagers so we can min-max and have duplicate spouses repairing the fences.
okay, I'm down. You've never told me this.
See, now that's
little
the
tidbit.
utilitarian
Yeah,
idea.
I'll do it now.
Wait, but no, you can't. I'm storing up the prismatic shards to secretly propose. We can't.
Well, baby, you're good.
So that actually, I do have a question because I know that we both want to talk about like the new update. Before we talk about what that might be, who is your go-to? Elliot? I'm trying to picture his face. He's not. Shane is the emo boy.
Okay, so Shane and Sebastian are emo boys, I will say. I think Sebastian is more emo boy, Shane is more depression boy.
Okay. Well, I was going to say one of them is like long black hair.
Sebastian.
And then the other one,
Sebastian
okay.
doesn't have black hair.
Yes, he does.
If
What?
it's because I'm picturing, when I said the Fabio one, I'm picturing the guy who lives down at the beach.
That's
I
Elliot,
believe.
right?
That's Elliot.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is
enemy
Sebastian.
territory.
That's not long hair. That's scene hair. He's got scene hair.
That is who I'm thinking of, though. His model, I think it looks
Sebastian.
longer when you're not actually
Yeah.
talking to him.
So yeah, Chase was
So
talking
it's
shit
Elliot
about
that I
Elliot
hate.
at the beginning of our
Why
Stardew
do you
conversation.
hate Elliot?
I don't know what it is.
Because he's
Honestly,
a fuckboy.
actually, no, I do
He's
know
a
what
good
it
guy.
is.
Chase, I fear we're going to fight.
There are two reasons I don't like him, and they're nothing personality-wise. Yep, that's the one. It's nothing personality. It's not like I talked to him. It's not like, who's the guy that everybody hates, who is like a straight-up stalker creep? Clint. So it's not a Clint situation where I'm like, oh, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
I can't take his character seriously because literally all I can think of is the old like romance novels, Fabio.
Mhm.
But then
Which works on Kelly. So.
at the events, I'm
I
pretty
just got a
sure
very bombastic side eye.
Yeah, you did.
at the events, I'm pretty sure he's the one who puts moves, because nobody really puts moves, but puts moves on Leah. If you're not like making moves on her,
Yeah.
leave her alone. Stay away from my girl.
Oh, that's why? Okay.
And I have
Goofy ass.
no interest in.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, and I have no interest in romancing any characters. I just want to marry Krobus, even though you can't.
You can have Krobus come live in your house and be
That's
your
what I
best
want.
friend.
That's what I want.
Krobus can live in your house.
I think
That's what I
so.
want.
Yeah,
I want
and
that.
then instead of like, you know how you smooch your spouse in the morning and it's a little heart, I believe, unless this is a mod, it might be.
Just a little hug.
Yeah, you hug him and it's a little smiley face.
I want
Krobus.
Krobus as a roommate.
Fuck.
Here, I'm gonna
We,
show
we
you.
should make a Stardew game together.
Here, let me show you. So this is my favorite mod that I have. Shout out to the creator who made this on Nexus Mods. It is seasonal outfits, slightly cuter aesthetic, uploaded by Poltergeister. Shout out you. I love you. You make Elliot look so handsome. Here is the vanilla versus like what his portraits change to. He's such
You know
a
what?
cutie pie.
I was gonna say, here's looking at the modified what is it? Portrait
Portrait
of Elliot. I will say,
immediately becomes more like
yeah, I think part
Less
of my
douchebag immediately.
Yeah, and I think that's also part of what it was.
And that's
is
fair.
His portrait. You know, he's head kind of like up. It kind of seems like he's putting his nose up. It's
He's
like,
not
oh, you think
looking
you're
at you
better
either.
than me,
He's
you
side-eyeing
motherfucker.
you.
Like,
Yeah.
because I'm the new farmer in town. You're better than me with your long, luscious locks.
Mr. Can't even
Yeah.
finish a
Well,
song.
and let me say, stop. You take that back right now.
I will say I claimed that my like big reason for disliking him is Leah, which it is,
That's
but
fair.
Leah's also not my best gal. This one, from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm pretty sure this is kind of like controversial. I think people say they don't like this character. You can guess.
I know.
Oh,
Who it
you
is.
threw me off with that.
I know who it is already.
Oh, I'm gonna guess wrong. I should go with my knee jerk, but this is my not knee jerk. Is it Haley?
No.
Is it Maru?
No.
Oh, fuck you! It's Abigail.
It is.
I don't like Abigail.
I was gonna say I've heard, and from what I read, I kind of agree with it, because I think most of the issues come from people of like after you marry her, of she like is very like brush
do the farm
offy,
stuff.
and like I think that's why people are like, oh, she's not the best wife
She
you could
sucks.
have. But yeah, that was my very first marriage in Stardew, my only marriage in Stardew so far.
Elliot is a wonderful husband. So, okay, my biggest red flag is that I used to be an Alex girl.
Which one?
Gridball.
Gridball.
Lives with his grandparents.
Oh,
Football player.
Yeah. Oh, the blonde.
No,
Right?
that's,
Or-
no, that's Sam.
Oh, okay.
You, Sam.
No,
you,
we
Sam,
can
my
just move on.
fiance, I love you. Stardew Valley, Sam, I fucking hate that guy. I married him. One time I went outside to tend to my farm. This man doesn't do fucking shit, okay? This man is better off not married genuinely. And I mean that seriously, because when you marry him, he then kind of like gives up his music career. And if you don't marry him, he kind of goes on to be like a relatively like still has his passion, isn't depressed musician, right? If you marry him, he kind of gives up on those dreams and stays home with you. And then like one time I went outside to tend my farm. I was already on the verge of divorcing him, genuinely. I went outside to tend my farm, forgot something, went back inside, and I was like, oh, I should talk to my husband. I walk inside. I look at him. I talk to him. He goes, oh, you're done already? Being a farmer is easier than I thought. Went straight to Lewis's house after that. Divorce. Not
Divorce.
See, that's so funny to me.
kidding. I was pissed.
Because, like, I've also heard, and I think it's Haley the blonde. She runs the, like, ice cream shop, I think. Or is that Penny?
No, Alex runs the ice cream shop, but she goes to the ice cream shop in the summer every day to see Alex because she
Okay.
loves him.
See, her, I've heard, like, the courting process is she's very, like, meh, whatever. But, like, I've heard that once you marry her, she is like, oh, I love you.
She has a good character arc, I will say. And I say this as listeners, an original certified Haley hater.
Oh yeah.
Okay. See, that I was there too, because again, I've never tried to romance her. So like any interaction with her, she's like, nah. And it's like, okay, fuck me, I guess.
I literally have a Snapchat story because I hated Haley so much that in like year 3, I had one heart with her, had barely interacted with her literally at all. I have a picture in my Snapchat story favorited where in year 3, she's like, oh, you're the new farmer, right? And I captioned it, I've been here for 3 years, you whore.
So get your head out of your ass.
So you guys might have more of an opinion on this. I don't have any ideas about how the like romancing works in Stardew, but what are your guesses on who is going to be newly romanceable? Because what is it, 1.7?
1.7, they're giving us 2 new romanceable characters. And I checked this. They are not new characters that they're introducing. They're making characters who were not previously romanceable. And I'm very interested to see how that goes.
So do you have any guesses?
I have a guess that's just funny.
I actually don't have any guesses off the top of my head. I can tell you one person who I badly want it to be.
Who?
I want Marlin.
I just started playing again, so I'm really trying to
Don't know who that is.
remember faces.
Marlin is the Monster Hunter Guild eye patch guy.
Yeah.
Oh, and then aren't people also thinking the wizard?
Yeah, I think it's. Oh yeah, that is. I do have a guess actually. I do think it is going to be the wizard. I think you're going to be able to romance the wizard, but I want it to be Marlin.
Well, there's 2, so it might
Yeah,
be
I was gonna
both.
say I've heard
They're
that
not
it's-
going to do 2 men. They're going to do a man and a woman.
Yeah.
I think so. This is my strictly messy, funny guess. They're gonna let you break up
Robin.
marriages, Robin.
I'm going to tell you right now. If they do that, I'm insta starting a new save. Sorry, Demetrius. I'm genuinely so sorry from taking your wife from you, but oh, I'm going to take your wife from you.
That's
yeah,
so
I would go
funny.
after
That's
Robin if she
exactly
wasn't
who
married.
I thought.
Yeah.
That or who is Caroline? I think
I was going to
Pierre's
say that
wife.
too. Oh, they are so going to let you
Oh.
break up a marriage.
Yeah, Caroline and Robin that would be really interesting if they did that, because Caroline and Pierre, their child is a child of
Supposedly,
an affair, right?
yeah.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
Yes,
There's-
because,
There's lore.
oh my God.
Which is also where, like, if they make the wizard romanceable, how funny would it be if I go to my original save, divorce Abigail, and then go fuck her dad?
I would love that, actually. Which is actually quite funny because in the Stardew Valley expanded mod that I have, it makes the wizard romanceable. I would be so shocked if it's not the wizard. I didn't even think about any of the femme candidates, but I think that the only feasible option, unless they give you Pam, in which case I'm sorry, I will freak the fuck out, not in a good way. Why
Pam's
would
the
I?
bus driver, right?
Yeah.
Oh, give me Pam.
No.
She's got mom energy.
Oh God! How could I have forgotten? I think it's going to be Sandy, actually.
Yeah, see, so that's one of the other things that I've like seen is like feasibly who
Yeah.
most likely is. My only hang up with Sandy is you have to take the bus to go like meet Sandy. So if you marry her is she gonna go on the bus every day to go to her shop, or is she
Probably.
gonna stay at your house?
So I'm trying to think, because is there any marriage candidate that kind of already has their own little thing that they have to maintain?
Well, you said Sam runs the ice cream shop, right?
No, Alex runs the ice cream shop, and that's only in the summer.
Well, does he do that when you're married to him? Does Alex go off and do the ice cream shop after he gets married?
I don't think so. I
Then
can't
it-
recall.
Then it might be different.
Yeah, I don't think there are any in base game that they have like things that they have to go do, like really. I mean, I
Yeah.
know Penny has to go tutor the children at the library because she
That's
still has
true.
that. But in Stardew Valley Expanded, there's this character I love. Her name is Sophia, and she runs the Blue Moon. No, that's not right.
This is the mod, right?
Yes,
So these
Stardew
are
Valley
new
Expanded mod.
characters.
Yes, Sophia runs a vineyard, and so she leaves every day to go run her vineyard, but she comes back in the evening.
Okay, well, I mean, so there is the structure
Yeah. Oh,
in
yeah.
the game for that to be built in.
Which I like, and I think that's super cool. But like, literally, the only reason that I'm like, okay, Elliot's a stay-at-home whatever, is because he's an author, and I mean, of course, I love that.
Yeah.
Of course, I love that. I love Elliot. He's the best marriage candidate. He writes books. He leaves on a tour that for the book you helped him write, that you inspired him to write. He becomes a best-selling novelist and goes on a book tour and sends you letters every single day while he's gone saying how much he loves and misses you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then like in the morning he's like, "Good morning, my love. I find myself craving this bitter coffee every day, so I made some for you too. It's such a pleasure to wake up to the sound of birds in the morning, blah blah blah." He's like,
He's just a happy.
he is. Oh my god.
He's just happy.
except
that lucky
for
son of a bitch.
yeah, except for the one time that I accidentally left a piece of furniture a little too close to his side of the bed, and then I couldn't figure out why he was mad at me for so long. Because if they can't get to their bed, they get pissed at you.
That's hilarious.
It's quite funny. It is quite funny. And he was like mad at me every day. He's like, "I think I'll just stay in bed all day today." And I didn't
Because I
realize
can't get out of it.
I didn't realize he was saying that because he was like, "I can't leave bed. You put the nightstand right next to it."
You've imprisoned me. I can't get out on your side.
Some
Only
Sims,
this.
some Sim shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that this kind of partially became the Oops All MMO episode
I love
because
it.
a lot of the conversation was about MMOs.
Yeah.
Hey, comfort games.
Yeah. And Stardew, it'll be fun if we did a resync farm. That'd be fun. I can already see the roles that we would slot into because you like to mine a lot. I like to take care of the animals.
You guys-
You like to make the farm pretty.
I can promise it will be the prettiest fucking farm you've ever seen.
I don't doubt it.
Do I look intense while I'm saying this? Because I am.
For listeners, Kelly does look into it.
Well, my friends, I think that's been this episode of Resync. If you made it to the end, thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, you can follow us at ResyncCast on Blue Sky and Instagram.
And come check out our Discord too, you guys. We have lots of places for everyone to come hang out and chat, talk about games, talk to us about games, assign us gamer homework.
Show us pictures of your Stardew farm.
Yeah. Please. Oh, my God, please.
do.
And maybe even, maybe we could have people start leaving recommendations for topics for episodes.
Yeah, anything you guys want to hear us talk about, I guarantee you we could yap.
Absolutely.
And you can find Resync on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. But until next time, goodbye!
Bye.
Bye.
Resynchronization complete.